What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Flicking on My Big Tarot, here where I bring you the beauty, juice, and spiritual truths. I'm your spirit guide host, Miss DC. And y'all, you don't have to believe in tarot, but don't exclude yourself from the message because this shit can actually happen. Shanquella Robinson. I literally just heard about this today, as a lot of individuals may have as well. First and foremost, this was a very tragic and terrible situation. So my condolences sincerely go out to the family of this young lady. This was definitely uncalled for. And the demons, the negative ass energy that partook in this situation, all will get what the fuck is coming to them. Period. Disclosures. I got called to do a reading, but a little bit differently than I normally would. As you all know, or as you all may know, I am a tarot reader, have been for 4 years, and I have tons of videos of me doing tarot on YouTube. So this one is not for entertainment, because nothing about this fucking situation is entertainment. Nothing. This is for educational purposes. Okay? Now, this was a very horrific and tragic death that this young woman had to suffer. So for all you all out there who act like this shit don't happen, it really does. So I came home in effort to do a regular tarot video collective reading like I normally would, and my computer kept cutting off. I do have a shortage in my computer. My computer cord literally has a shortage. So this is not the first time that my computer cut off multiple times. But the thing is, it hasn't cut off multiple times like this in a while. So in the middle of me trying to do my readings, my computer kept cutting off and none of them were being saved. So I decided, I'm going to go and make something to eat. I made something to eat. I sat down, and as soon as I cut YouTube on the recommendeds, there was a video of Shanquella Robinson being attacked. So I decided to speak on this situation in one of the best ways I know how, and that is through tarot. So a lot of people may be upset about what you hear. I'm not picking any sides because I don't know the situation, but I will pick her side in defense to her death. There are little pieces of information that the public does know about, and there are also pieces of information that the public does not know about. I can't for sure say that this is true or false. I'm going to pick up the energy and I'm going to read it as such, like I do in every tarot video. A lot of people may not agree with this, but this is how I choose to speak on it. Everybody has their way of speaking on how this situation came about, what happened, and I choose to do it via tarot. This is not something you have to watch. If it's too much, because I'm going to speak my mind and I'm going to speak the energy that comes out in this reading. Now, initially, I wasn't going to record this. I was just going to do the reading and see what energy I picked up based off of a few things. But the information that's already pretty much put out. If you want to partake in this, you can. But if not, lastly, before I get into the reading, I live in DC. I do not know this girl. I do not know any of the friends or anybody associated in this situation or scenario. So if anybody, especially in North Carolina, who knows about this situation on an intimate level, you know whether I'm telling the truth and you know whether it's not a factual statement. But again, this is for educational purposes only. Okay? You don't have to trust anything that is said here. But without further ado, I'm going to get into the video. So, first thing I picked up, and I'll show you based off of how I laid the cards out. There was a risk taken here by someone and their friend. Just follow me. There was somebody here who took a risk with their friend. This person is taking what seems like a good or positive risk, something that would make them happy, something that would make their day, getting away from the city, getting away from the norm, just taking a risk, right? Unfortunately, it was bad judgment. It wasn't a good decision. Now, if you look at this card, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in reverse. 6. What are the chances that this card is going to have 6 people? And a lot of people going to say, oh, it could have been anything. Shut up. There's 6 people in this picture. And you notice the main individual in this picture placement is everything in tarot. And I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. Bad judgment on this risk. I'll get into the ones up here later. I'm just going to get the baseline. So apparently, there was some form of bad news that came along with this, as we know. There was bad news because there wasn't a victory in a situation. There wasn't a victory here. Somebody lost. Now, again, look at this card here. 6 of Wands in reverse. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wands at a loss. The 7th person is completely different from everybody else. Bad news for this person. Bad news for this person. But this person is on a white horse. So this person may have been a little bit more pure, a little bit more innocent, a little bit more righteous than not, right? But there was also a past situation with a lover. So it's possible that somebody was involved romantically. Now, all 6 of them are friends. Do we know if any of them dated each other? Do we know what the relationship was like between the friends? Because if you have 6 friends, and then one of the friends out of the 6 has a best friend that's not really connected to the others, there's a little bit more to a situation than just that. So there could have been a childhood love because there was a childhood picture of the 6 friends that presented themselves. You see this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cups. And out of the 6 cups, one of them is being given to somebody else. So one person gave love to somebody else. One person stepped away from the rest of the group and may have even been cool with whoever this is, mother. Do we know if she was cool with the mother? What, y'all want to ask questions? I got a few. So one of these people out of the group, maybe the one that looked the best or closest to their mother, I don't know, maybe like a best friend and a mother being really cool to somebody who's not like the rest of the clique. Maybe they were romantically involved. Is that possible? I think so. I believe so. So it's possible she could have very well been romantically involved with this person. Now, when we go back to the Fool card, I got 3 clarifiers here. The Hierophant in reverse, the Hangman, and the Page of Cups. Now, what does this tell me? Whoever it was that took a risk, which could have been a feminine energy, was abusing her power in this situation to some degree. Somebody could have potentially been abusing their power in this situation or scenario. Whoever is not a part of this 6 groups of people. Now, we know the Hierophant can signify a higher level of commitment like marriage, some type of politics maybe. You know what I'm saying? And when I say politics, it just popped in my mind, Mexico would make this situation a political issue. It would be politics, or it would be considered politics in a way. Political boundaries, authority figures, but it can also signify a type of situation, a romantic situation, like we see this Lover's card. Now, remember, the number 25 was the girl's age. 25 was the girl's age. Even though she had what she had, it doesn't necessarily mean she was completely mature. You can be 25 with a business. Hell, you can be 13 with a business. Some people are just smart enough to have businesses, but may not quite be as mature. Does that mean, oh, she was a little girl, she was childish? No, it just means she may have had a childlike innocence to her, to where she wanted to freely live her life. But maybe she didn't want commitment. Maybe she felt stuck in between living a life of an adult and living a life of an adolescent. So maybe because she was involved with this 28-year-old who is slightly older than her, 25 and 28 is somewhat of a difference. It's not a huge difference, but it is somewhat of a difference because you're more mature at 28 than you are 25. So we can see that there were both immature energies in this situation. And to me, when I did this reading, it struck me as a friends over girlfriend or friends over boyfriend type of situation. That's what it struck me as. A hoes over bros. I'm not calling her a hoe, but that type of situation. Right? Now, justice is definitely going to be served, and something is going to go in someone's favor. Somebody in this situation was given an equal give and take, did something fair between two people. Something fair, as you can see here. Now look at this picture. Something was equally given to two people. It's 1227. Trust your intuition. Something was fair between two people, or seemingly. Because if you look at this picture, you got two pentacles over here and you have three. So one person received a little bit more than the other, even though they were both given. I'm not going to say equally, but no, somebody was given something. It could be something tangible. It doesn't necessarily have to be something tangible, but somebody may have been getting a fair opportunity. Two people may have been fighting for something. Attention, maybe. But in this situation, somebody wasn't really too enthusiastic about this. Somebody wasn't really too enthusiastic, but wanted to fix a problem, but wanted to clean up something, but wanted to not cry over spilled milk. So it's possible that in this situation, somebody needed to fix a problem or fix a situation. But what is this situation that needs to be fixed? Because somebody wasn't really enthusiastic about this as it seems. Now, if you take a look at this picture also, and you look at this picture, now notice that this person is cringing on to this one wand. And in this picture, this person is also clinging on to one wand. I feel like in this particular situation, something must have happened between two people. I feel like maybe this feminine energy over here may have been abusing her power in a way. It's kind of like, you know how you have that friend, and that friend, you have, so let's say you have a group of friends, all y'all in a group of friends. If y'all never saw the movie Saving Silverman, it would be a situation like this. In the movie Saving Silverman, you had three dudes that were friends. One of the dudes in the movie met this girl from hell, and she pretty much, as she willed him in, she made him stay away from his friends. She made him change the way he wore his clothes, changed the way he talked, changed the places that he went to. And it was like, man, you just gonna stop fucking with us? So what they decided to do was kill her. It was a comedy, but they decided These two, the two friends, decided they were going to kill his wife because he ended up marrying her. Saving Silverman. They were so upset because she keeps treating him like trash. She keeps disrespecting him and degrading him as a man. And he won't even stand up for himself. This is embarrassing. To the point where he, in a way, feels embarrassed, but he's not showing it to nobody that he's embarrassed or doesn't like his situation. Instead, what he does is play off the situation, and these two friends decide they want to try to take her out. So I feel like there was a situation here between possibly two females. It's kind of like, bitch, don't be treating my best friend like that. Or don't be treating my friend like that. And she's over here, I'm young, I'm beautiful, I can do what I want to do. And if your friend is my best friend, like that's what it is. Type of energy. I'm not saying that's what happened, but it's possible, right? So maybe there was beef between two people and the masculine energy was in the middle. But the masculine energy may have felt like, you know what? You are like embarrassing me. Like you are like acting very immature to me. So what did the masculine do? Because he had his own business, right? Didn't they say he had his own business and they worked together as partners? The emperor, a masculine energy, plotting, planning, strategizing on this immature energy who is abusing her power. Am I saying she deserved to die? Hell no. But does that mean she was completely innocent in the situation to an extent? Is all I'm saying. We can't look at one side of the story, but in order to get to the bottom of what happened, we have to understand the energies that we are fucking working with. And this emperor, as you can see here, this emperor is strategizing, plotting, and fucking planning on this trip, on this risk. You see it here. He was plotting and planning. Right? Plotting and planning on all of them, in a sense, because 7 of swords, all of the 6 friends plus her make 7. That's not a fucking coincidence, in my opinion. But him as a business owner, a young entrepreneur, was plotting and planning on this risk that was taken. Right? And it was bad judgment because somebody lost. There wasn't a victory in this situation. Who the fuck won? Because if you think about it, her nor them, young kids, they lost because they did this to that girl. And she lost because she lost her fucking life. That wasn't good news at all, especially to the family. So it's possible that this relationship would have been a little bit more than friends with benefits or a partnership, right? So maybe somebody wanted to fix this situation, clear up some drama, but somebody knew there was no love and there was no chance of it. Somebody knew, you know what? There's no love in this situation. There's no love in this situation. That's what the communication was. That's what the bad communication was. There's no love in this situation. There's no emotional connection. There's no empathy here. And somebody, I feel like, knew there was no chance that there was going to be love brought into this situation. No chance. Whoever this Queen of Pentacles would have been in this situation the dumb bitch that beat her up. She wasn't trying to build shit with this girl. See that? She wasn't trying to build. That's why it wasn't a victory. This bitch felt like, no, I'm the main friend. So the bitch that fought her could have been closer to him than what we know. It's possible. It's possible that she could have even possibly had an abortion by this man. It's possible. Only the family knows. Only certain people know. Maybe she didn't want to build because of a business. Oh, he has a business with her. Or maybe he had a baby by her. Or it could have been anything. You see this rabbit here can signify a child or something fragile. If it's not a child, it's something that can be built, but is not. So somebody could have been very, very jealous that they weren't building in the same way he was building with her. This is possibly the bitch that beat her up. She had the money, she had the lifestyle, the look, whatever the fuck it was she thought she had. And she, with all of this, could not build with this girl. Now, this is a page. This is a queen. Who was older? Who was more mature? Who acted more mature? Who looked more mature? All of these things. And as you can see, there's one girl that's naked. Like they said in the video, that she was naked. So she could have possibly been in love or in a romantic relationship with the guy. And I don't know if it was which female it could have been, but this bitch could have been very immature because of their relationship. This could also mean a business. It don't necessarily mean they were romantic, but a business. And this bitch probably said, hey, I want to build a business with you. And he's like, nah, I'm going to do it with her. Maybe because I love her more. You're my friend, but this is my best friend. Go best friend. Go best friend. And he's like, no, I'm going to build over here. Too many businesses could be too much for somebody, but one business is enough for anybody. Well, some people be greedy, but shit. So maybe this bitch was very immature about this situation between them two. Listen, y'all. So what happened? Something happened. And this is why I feel like maybe the person who got hurt, the person who got killed, may have been the one that may have been a little bit more immature, maybe in their eyes. And she could have been abusing her power with this man. She could have had a contract with this man. And because she didn't like how she was acting, she got aggressive and cut her the fuck off. And I feel like to some degree, something was voiced. Maybe this girl over here, this bitch here, maybe voiced her opinion. Friend, I don't like how she treats you. I don't like, because family don't always know what's going on. Family don't always know what's going on. There are things that I have happen in my life. I talk to my dad literally every day. I talk to my dad literally every day. I literally live 2 minutes away from my father. And there are things in my life that he is very much unaware of. And I tell my father almost everything. But there are aspects to my life that are kept private from my family and really only my friends know about. So family don't always know. Now, she could have voiced her opinion, friend, I don't really like, she a little immature, she young, she 25, she got money, she got status, she got a business, she got it going on, but everybody has a flaw. Everybody has a flaw. Everybody has a flaw, and that's just being honest. And people get jealous of those things. Why does she get to have those things, but I can't? But bitch, you have enough. So there was a family situation that somebody was frustrated with. Somebody was very much frustrated about a family situation. As they said, maybe, who is this? The mother of the girl? The mother may have been having headaches, stressing out because she knows something is going on with her daughter. Huh? But somebody here was definitely aggressive. Somebody here was definitely aggressive. I might just turn this into a little podcast. Like, somebody here was definitely aggressive. Mm, 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 mm. Be careful with the company y'all keep, y'all. So I feel like this could have been that type of situation. Friend versus best friend. Friend versus, and maybe he couldn't choose. He couldn't choose between the two. He got a whole business partnership with this one, but you've been friends longer, possibly with this one, if not the same amount of time. But somebody meant more to the person than the other, just differently. So he may have loved them both, but loved them differently. I love you as a friend, but I love you as a best friend. Okay? This is all possible. I'm not saying it happened. Look, this could have been more than that. Everybody thought that they were best friends with each other. There was a clip that came out where he's in his room or they're in somebody's room or something. He's sitting in a chair. She's like, I love him. And I mean, we grown here, but we know, we know when we call somebody our best friend. Okay, don't act brand new. We know when we call somebody our best friend, 9 times out of 10, somebody's sleeping with somebody. We know that. So y'all don't get to acting brand new. So it gives me somebody in this situation could have possibly been sleeping with someone else. 2 friends. And somebody was looking at somebody like, why are you sleeping with her? Somebody was looking at somebody crazy like, what? Somebody was looking at somebody crazy. So this bitch over here that beat up on her could have possibly been like, look, y'all, pistol whip was the first thing I got. Looking at her like she wanted to kill her. Looking at her like she wanted to kill her. What do guns do? Guns take lives. Guns don't save lives. They take them. There was more, possibly, than just friends. And somebody was looking at somebody like, oh no. Nah. And he might be sleeping with her too. So, y'all, somebody was mad that somebody was sleeping with somebody. Somebody was mad. Maybe he didn't want to sleep with his friend. Maybe he wanted to sleep with her. She wasn't with the rest of the group. He may have loved her, and this bitch was jealous. And maybe it was a situation that got a little bit too carried away, because it's like, okay, well, shit, you my friend, you my, look, in the wrong place, hiding. You don't have to see shit to know what's going on. Somebody was hiding, knowing what the fuck was about to happen. Oh, this bitch ain't trying to let up off my girl over here. She not trying to let up off my business partner. She got a problem with her, and I can't change her mind. This is what the masculine energy probably saying. Oh, I can't change her mind. You know what I'm saying? I know she don't like her. I know she got a problem. He knew. She had a problem. Somebody knew somebody had a problem with the other person. Come on. You didn't have to see it to know. I don't physically have to see something to know it's there. You don't see my nipple ring, but it's there. You don't see his nipple ring, but you know it's there. You didn't have to physically see something. And somebody wanted somebody dead. Out of all of these cards, I only have one card in here that got a pistol on it. Come on, y'all. Somebody was a snake. And I honestly believe it started with the motherfucking friend. In the wrong place at the wrong time. And this meme says, when you work outside, but it's cold as shit, this is one of those trash cans that's usually outside. Outside, this was a picture I took in 7-Eleven. Because when I went into 7-Eleven to use the restroom real quick, this trash can was the first thing I noticed when I walked in there. Well, the first thing I noticed was that the bathroom was very clean. It wasn't a dirty bathroom. It didn't stink or nothing. It looked like a luxury bathroom. No bathroom is clean, but it wasn't dirt, grime, and shit all over the place. No trash. Everything was nice and neat. But this trash can stuck out to me because I'm like, why is this trash can in here? This is usually the type of trash can that's outside. So it signified for me when I made this meme that this particular item is in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's cold as shit outside. It's the wrong time to be outside. So I'm going to be inside. You work outside. That's what the meme says. When you work outside, you have a job outside, but it's cold as shit. So you up in the bathroom, just sitting in the bathroom because it's too cold to be outside. You know what I'm saying? Somebody knew somebody didn't like the other person. Somebody knew that. And then this fool get on there and start talking shit as if everybody that's watching is dumb. Your story don't add up. You look stupid. You sound stupid. One of the best friend had a bottle of alcohol next to him in one of the pictures that circulated. He was drinking. So, and to say she was drunk. That motherfucker probably had to get drunk to know that was going to happen. Mind you, it happened within 24 hours. So this was very quick. And we have to ask ourselves, well, how long were they on this vacation? Bro, 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 y'all, y'all, y'all. I don't even really have to say nothing. I don't even really have to say nothing. You mind you, this card right here, trash. Now, mind you, he's not holding the gun, but bitch, you might as well have. The motherfucker that's in the wrong place at the wrong time, hiding. This'll be the dude, the masculine energy. You're not holding the gun, but you might as well hold the fucking camera. You notice that? This is a dude in this picture. He's not holding the gun, but he in the wrong place at the wrong time during a time of travel. Y'all just seen me take these cards out. Y'all just seen me take these cards out. There's no way I would have done that. How is this energy coming up, y'all? I'm telling you, you don't have to believe in tarot. Again, this is for educational purposes. I'm speaking on this situation the way I want to speak on it. Freedom of speech, because I don't want nobody coming on here trying to say nothing. This is my freedom of speech. This is how the fuck I'm picking up this energy. A snake right over travel. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Like, we're not playing this game. I'm spiritually gifted, bitches. And that's for all you who want to go against the positive grain. For any of y'all who want to go against the positive grain. The little things count. The little things. He wasn't the one that killed her, but he might as well been. He might as well been, because you sat there and you let it happen. Held the camera. You sat there and let it happen, allegedly. Let me go ahead and say that. Yeah, this motherfucker expressed himself. This is crazy, y'all. Somebody was looking at, I feel like somebody was looking at somebody crazy. The masculine might have been crazy. Well, we know this nigga was crazy. And maybe people didn't see him as too crazy. So sex was an issue in this situation. Sex was an issue in this situation. Nobody, now mark my words, y'all. Timestamp, whatever. This is my opinion. Be cautious. I was traveling on a highway, but be cautious, because he may have loved her and wanted to sleep with her and wanted it to be more, but she was like, no, this is dinner, dick, and business. This is dinner, dick, and business. And he may have wanted more with her. It's possible, allegedly. Sex can be very dangerous in any situation, y'all. Sex changes a lot. Now it's possible that he could have been sleeping with the best friend. And she didn't want what he wanted. She wanted to work, live the single happy life, and he may not have wanted that. They didn't communicate effectively. See, it say express yourself, but communicate effectively is in reverse. So he may have expressed himself to her and she was like, honey, this is dinner, dick, and business. I'm young, beautiful, and I don't want to be tied down right now. We best friends, yeah. But it might not be that type of situation. Water. It say drink water. There was a recording of her when she had first got there in front of the water. Come on, y'all. She was in front of the water. She literally took a selfie video in front of the water, in front of the swimming pool. And this is before she died. There is a clip that surfaced of her recording the pool in the background, the water in the background. Those are the little things. They travel by water. Cabos, the beach. There was a miscommunication in this situation. She was unique. She was different than everybody else. And they saw it. She might have even been the highlight of the trip. She was the prettiest. Now, mind you, now I want to also point something out, y'all. Now, all of them were on the trip, right? The clip of her recording that selfie in front of the water, you didn't see anybody else in her picture. She was recording that selfie by herself. She wasn't in the camera or around none of them. They weren't all taking pictures and stuff together. Not from what we saw, not from some of the pictures that circulated. We didn't see her recording with all of them. She was recording by herself. Now, if you out with all your friends, when you get a bunch of recordings with you and all your friends, why would you just take a picture by yourself? Unless you didn't feel a part of the motherfucking group. She was unique. She was different. She stood out. She took pictures of herself like I took a picture of myself. I set my camera up. Okay. And she went and she owned the motherfucking trip. When I saw the video, I was like, no. A group of people don't just go and kill somebody. That just don't fucking happen. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. A group of motherfucking people who have been friends for fucking years do not just go somewhere and kill somebody within 24 fucking hours, bro. Nobody does that shit. Make the right choices. The right choices were not made. Maybe she made the right choice in something. Maybe she made the choice to be the bigger person on this trip. She knew the snake was going to be there. She knew the snake was going to be a primary part of this trip. So she might have said, you know what? I'm going to make the right choice and kind of do my own thing. We in Cabos. Let me just do my own thing. Let me get the fuck away from the snake. But the bitch had to be petty. She got me. Look, She got me. She got me. She didn't want to be petty. She wanted to do the right thing and walk away, be herself, be unique, shine, be beautiful. And this bitch want to be petty. This bitch want to be petty. And also, my readings are confidential, but given this situation of those 6 bitches, I can't for sure say who did who, but fuck them. These bitches is getting exposed today. She wanted to be creative on this trip. Again, you see somebody solo. And when I made this picture because of this. I did this because of this. Now, let me tell you this situation. This right here was once my best friend. This was once my best friend. To some degree, we don't talk anymore, but this was my friend. And we don't talk no more. What does that have to do with this? It's funny that these two came out. And I said something about a baby earlier, didn't I? Didn't I say something about a baby earlier? There are 2 babies in this picture. 2 babies in this picture. I took this picture because this was one of the cutest pictures that I ever seen. When my friend posted this picture on his Instagram, the whole concept of the picture was funny to me. I said this was probably the best picture ever created, the best picture ever taken. And this was my best friend. I didn't have a baby with him, but that's not to say that it didn't happen in this situation. At some point, they knew each other from, well, I don't know how long they knew each other, but they had to have known each other for a good amount of time to be able to start a business with each other. So I can't for sure say how long, but we do know that they had a business together. They were best friends to each other. They were best friends to each other. And I did this picture. I took this picture because he took the picture. So she might have traveled knowing a snake was going to be there. Why? Because it's my best friend and it's his birthday. This is my best friend, my business partner, and possibly friends with benefits. It's possible that they could have gotten each other. Well, he got her pregnant. And maybe they didn't keep the baby. But I think that is oddly funny that there are 2 babies in this picture. And I made a comment earlier about 2 babies. A baby could be involved in this situation. That's why killings like this are intimate. Killings like this are intimate, y'all. These types of situations are very fucking intimate. This was that what do they say? A crime of passion or some shit like that? I've heard off Law and Order a few times. Y'all, I'm telling you, something sexual took place in this situation. It had to. 2 girls. Now, mind you, where the fuck was the other friends when all of this was happening? Standing around. So, of course, it's like, well, bitch, if I don't like you, my friends ain't gonna like you. And see, the so-called best friend, you don't just turn on nobody for no motherfucking reason. You don't just turn on your best friend or business partner for no reason. But when a female of high stature like that, somebody who is fucking better than you, denies you, or maybe don't want you the same way you want them, motherfuckers start to get jealous. Sometimes dudes can't take no. Sometimes dudes get fucking petty. Yeah. Dudes will get real petty when they get turned down by a female, or when a female treats them the way they treat other females. Dudes get real bitter, real sour, and get other bitches to do their dirty work. I can't beat her, so I'm gonna get my friend to do it. Type shit. Punks. Don't even make no sense. And I guarantee you, I already know he was a bitch. I already know he was a bitch. Because he sat there, allegedly, and held the motherfucking camera and watched that girl beat the brakes off of her till she died. Fuck wrong with some of y'all? Look at that. Not today. Somebody wasn't trying to hear something. He wasn't trying to hear her say no. He wasn't trying to hear probably her abuse her power with him. Well, to some degree, like I said, I'm not saying she was wrong in this situation, but I'm not saying that she might not have been a little bossy to him. She may not have treated him differently than they did. We don't really know, do we? But somebody wasn't trying to hear something. Somebody wasn't trying to hear something. Still angry. Look at that. Still angry. Him. He wasn't trying to hear nothing. Just like he said in the clip, oh, you not going to fight back? And she said no, allegedly, but I saw the clip. She said no. He said, oh, you not going to fight back? And she said no. Because she probably didn't want to fight. And what did I say in the beginning of this? There could have been a situation that she wanted to fix. Maybe she wanted to clear the air before going on this trip. And he knew one of them wasn't trying to hear that. One of them was like, no, we gonna get this bitch when we get down there. Because they knew to go to Cabo to do the shit. They could have did this at any motherfucking point in time. But they waited till they got somewhere. And most people with sense look at basic travel laws in different countries. And if you're not wanting to do that, it would be heavily advised to do that. Before going to a foreign country, a country that you're not really familiar with, a country that you've been to the first time, you need to know the basics on that motherfucking country. What are their laws? What are their basic laws for travelers? Huh? What are laws for being on a beach? What are laws for you being an American in Mexico and you're a U.S. citizen and you do a killing in Mexico? Did they check their motherfucking computers? Because I want to know if any of these bitches got a computer, confiscate them hoes. All of them. Confiscate their computers and see what the fuck they've been watching. Confiscate that shit. Who was looking up how to commit murder? Who went to the library recently? Who talked to an investigator recently? Who called just to see, well, what would happen if? I've done that several times when I was pregnant. I called multiple CVS's and I was asking, well, in the case that this happened, what do you think? What do you recommend? And even though majority of them told me to contact my doctor, okay, I still was calling CVS, Walgreens. If I'm pregnant, what kind of pregnancy test should I get? All types of shit I was asking. And I'm asking multiple places, trying to get different answers on the same topic. So this bitch So the friend, the masculine and the feminine that were friends, the girl that beat this girl, her and her punk pussy bitch ass dude may have gone somewhere, used somebody's motherfucking computer. Look at that. Girl talk. Two bitches. Two bitches. Two bitches. And see, he may have called her and she wasn't trying to hear something. Or maybe he called possibly the friend and told the friend, listen, not today. We going on a trip for my birthday. Don't get there and act out too bad. But then again, that can't possibly be the case because he was in on it, right? So it leads me to think, who had the argument? Huh? Somebody wasn't trying to hear something. Somebody wasn't trying to hear something. Somebody was talking to their friend, possibly arguing about something, and somebody wasn't trying to hear it. Casual talking, meeting, conversing, savoring the moment. Self-indulgent. Maybe he was trying to talk to her and she's like, listen, I'm not trying to hear nothing about this. Let's just talk about something positive. So the masculine may have tried to bring up something about the friend. The masculine may have been talking to the girl who died and was trying to get her to be on board with something. And she's like, listen, I ain't trying to talk about that bitch. I ain't trying to talk about that. Like, and I don't even want to make it seem like she was real gutter or nothing like that, because she seemingly had a really, really good attitude. So she might have been the peaceful one, and this dude over here was nagging her on the phone, trying to get her to do something. And she looking like, listen, she's looking like, listen, like, hello, are you there? You yelling, I can't even hear you. You yelling and screaming, and I can't even hear you. There might have been an argument between him, and you see that this looks clearly like a man, and her. He may have been trying to get in her ear or talk, say some shit to her, and she wasn't trying to hear it. She just wanted to be peaceful. She just wanted to have a little conversation with friends. Let's just talk as friends. I'm not trying to hear whatever this is you're talking about. Let's just meet and converse, savor the moment. What do it say? Friendship. Let's work on our friendship. He may have wanted more, and she's like, no, I look too good. Because she did. That nigga looks stupid. And what did she do? She focused on herself. So it's possible that he wanted more from her than what she was willing to give. And he might have got on the phone and started talking about a bunch of shit she wasn't trying to hear. Because I told you in the beginning, she may have been overpowering or abusing her power to some extent. Maybe these people over here didn't talk to him the same way she did. Maybe they didn't act the same way towards him that she did. And she's looking like, listen, we just friends, we business partners, we cool. But I want to focus on my motherfucking self. Like, it's not no shade. She could have been one of those females who was very much into herself, but she had every motherfucking right. She had every motherfucking right to be into herself. She 25 with a business. Majority of these grown ass people out here don't have businesses. Seduction. What did I say? What did I say? Y'all, what did I say? Didn't I say he may have wanted more from her and she wasn't trying to hear that? He may have wanted to sleep with her and she might have been like, no. And the nigga couldn't take no. So he felt the need to try to seduce her. What does it say? Attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. Third-party interference. There might have been a relationship between them two because I got tired of sleeping with my friend. I honest to God did. I got tired of sleeping with my friend. And I really got to a place in my life where I wanted us to just be friends. I didn't want us to sleep together because it really was ruining our relationship. It really did. And I realized that we were arguing more. I was keeping distant from him more. You know what I'm saying? And Josh, I hope you don't ever get upset, but this isn't him. And Josh, if I ever come up on this, I still got you. And that's real talk. Because even though we're not friends, I would never go as far by any means of killing him. Never. Never. I know how to walk away and just be friends from a distance. Sometimes long-term relationships don't always work out. Sometimes they don't. And this could have been a situation where it's like, shit, I don't want to do that. Why do you feel like you got to seduce me? People only seduce when they feel like they can't get you without seducing you. Crazy. He probably wanted more from her, and she was like, no. Heart with the key. Look at that. Welcome in love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. Maybe she just wanted something to grow naturally. It was like, you already my love, like you already my friend. Like, why do we have to make this? Why do we have to add a label to it or push it more than what it needs to be? Why? You my heart. What did she say in that video? She said in that video, in that clip, I love him, y'all. I love him. Like a friend, that's my heart right there. She said it like, that's my best friend, that's my heart. With a key, like we like that. I'm the key and he the lock. So why do it gotta be, you know what I'm saying? Why we can't just, you know what I'm saying? Because somebody didn't feel like they was enough. He didn't feel like he was enough. He was frustrated in the relationship with them because something in that relationship wasn't going right. And 9 times out of 10, it was probably because she didn't want to have sex with him, or she didn't want the type of relationship he wanted. Allegedly. Healing heart. She was trying to work on herself. She may have felt some type of way because of the situation that happened with the other girl. Huh? She called this man her best friend. She called she called this man her best friend. Best friends argue, best friends fight all the time. And if you were a real best friend, you done had a fight or two. Not a fist fight, but a possible argument or disagreement. I had two best friends. And one of them, my female best friend, me and her had a disagreement. It wasn't a fight or argument, but it was a disagreement where I had to walk off from her. Me and my guy best friend, we would argue all the time, but we always loved each other. We always still came back and talked to each other, but sometimes it gets to be too much. Sometimes the life your friends live are not always the life you want to live, but you somehow a part of. Look at this, y'all. She wasn't trying to hear something about that trip, or he wasn't trying to hear somebody wasn't trying to hear something. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna go on this trip. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing negative while we on this trip. I'm not trying to hear nothing about nothing while we're on this trip. Somebody wasn't trying to hear nothing about nothing. And I feel like she wasn't trying to argue with him on this motherfucking trip. She wasn't trying to use this trip as a chance for him to possibly do her in a way that she didn't really want to be done. She tried to take a new path. She wanted to talk to him, converse with him, maybe get this situation, take this situation a new way. Instead of going down there and arguing, let's try to be peaceful. Let's go down here and have a good time. But to some degree, I feel like one of them knew it wasn't going to be as peaceful as they thought. I have a sharp feeling that one of them probably knew that something wasn't going to go right. Because with that much built up tension and energy, you can't help but to let off some type of negative energy. Look, bad health. Bad health. Somebody might have been in bad health. This could have been why she didn't want to fuck with him. This could have been why she didn't want to fuck with him. Somebody might have got wind that somebody might have been sick. Somebody was in bad health. Look. She could have been playing with that man. She could have been playing with him. And I don't want to say playing with him, but it's like we friends with benefits. So you can't make this situation more than what it's not. He might have wanted to court her. He may have wanted more to this situation than she was willing to give. She probably wasn't ready to get tied down or nothing like that. She probably wasn't wanting to get tied down or nothing like that. Look at that. Seduction by a main female. So the main female is the one that's getting seduced. The main female, the one that got beat up, was the main female in this situation. She outshined them. She stood out. She was the best friend. She was the one that got seduced or was getting seduced by him, who she thought was her best friend. She got seduced by him. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. She might have got seduced by him. Y'all, they had either been friends since kids, or they might have had a baby with each other and nobody knew about it. They may have had a baby with each other and nobody knew about it. And it's kind of like, you know what, we'll always be connected to each other. I'm almost willing to bet y'all might find out some way, form, or fashion that maybe they had a baby with each other. If they didn't have a baby with each other, then they've been in love since they were kids. Maybe she was never a part of the group, but they had been since they were little. They may have been in love or had that, but I'm willing to bet that they may have had a baby, an abortion, or something. Something about something. So it's either they knew each other from kids, they had this type of relationship since they were kids, they've always liked each other. He may have wanted a baby with her and she didn't want it. He may have been trying to talk to her about a baby and she was like, no. Look, a thief. He didn't feel like enough, so he stole her life. He didn't feel like he was enough, so he had to steal from her in a way that wouldn't have really been, well, I can't say wouldn't have been seen, but he stole her life because he didn't feel like he was enough. She may have been leaving him out in the cold. And I don't mean that in a way that, I mean in an immature way. Maybe she was just like, you know, it's not that tight. She's 25. She got her own business. She's living her best life, looking beautiful, you know, single. And she got it. And he didn't feel like he was enough. Oh, you don't want me? Niggas. And look. Death was a result of this shit. Y'all, out of all of these cards I could have pulled, death. Now everybody knows about it. Everybody in the fucking community knows about it. A lot of unanswered questions. $424, love on them. And right as I looked at the cards, he was trying to love on her. He was trying to love on her. And a difficult situation went away. Says a difficult situation will come and go. A difficult situation came, but it's not never going to go away. It might come and it might go, but it'll never go away fully. Life is a continuous lesson, y'all. Let this situation be a lesson. And again, nothing I say could possibly be true, but it isn't impossible because this shit can actually happen. And a lot of y'all might get on here and say, oh, that's not the situation. Shut up. Because whether it's the situation or fucking not, guess what? A young Black woman lost her life in one of the craziest of ways. So it don't necessarily have to be this fucking situation. But stop acting like when these situations happen that this shit can't happen. This shit can happen. Financial rewards are coming for her family. Financial rewards are going to her family. Financial rewards are going to her family. That's my affirmation to her family. Don't worry, financial rewards are coming to your family. Business is happening around the family. Don't worry about finances because your family will be taken care of. Be aware, pay attention to the signs. Y'all got to pay attention to the signs because people are literally out here doing weird shit, things that you wouldn't even think about. Trust in the universe. A lot of y'all don't want to do that. Y'all don't have to believe in shit. But just know these situations and scenarios really do fucking happen. Y'all, we got to do better as a society. And the fact that all 6 of these stupids, all 6 of these dummies are now going to suffer in a major fucking way for what they did to that girl. I honestly believe this was a situation where it was the friends versus the best friend with benefits, possibly, allegedly. Again, I don't really care how nobody feel. Everybody can speak on what they think may or may not happen. And I wanted to see what the cards wanted to say. And a lot of people out here be thinking shit funny until the shit that I say be true and accurate. I've been reading for 4 years. And in 4 years, there have been 3 people who claim what I said wasn't true. And all 3 of those motherfucking people were liars. One of those people, one of those people was a dude that I was talking to. And he accidentally told me the truth. He slipped up on accident and the truth came out. Another one, after I told him what happened in the reading, he said it wasn't true and ghosted me. Ain't heard from him since. Oh yeah, she crazy. Nah, bitch, I just caught you in a motherfucking lie. The third one was from a female. I did a reading for her. My first one is always free. She told me just what you said was on point. I'm going to have to come back for another reading. And that's what she did. That's what she attempted to do. She came back, and when I told her that I charged $25 for my reading, oh, now all of a sudden, oh, your stuff don't be right anyway. Your stories don't be true. Yes, they do, bitch. You just didn't want to pay for a reading. Lazy bitches. Dumb bitches. Stupid bitches like that get people killed. Y'all be out here in these relationships that's toxic and don't realize people's lives be on the line. People's families. Luckily, she didn't have no kids. Like, y'all be out here just doing anything. And if this bitch did this shit for some dick, y'all really crazy. And I guarantee you, she only probably got beat by that girl because he told her to do it. He wasn't man enough to put his hands on her, so he got his friend to do it. I wouldn't be surprised if that shit came out. I wouldn't be surprised if that shit came out. I guarantee you, sex was a factor in this situation. I guarantee you, sex was a factor in this situation. I guarantee you. I'm willing to guarantee y'all, he didn't want to take a motherfucking loss. And we can see in this video, well, not this video, but the video of him recording, we could clearly see he was a bitch. Again, this reading was for educational purposes. I indirectly wanted to incorporate my feelings using this situation as an example. I don't give a fuck how anybody feels about what is said. You don't have to watch it. I really don't even expect a whole lot of people to watch it. But the mere fact that for educational purposes only, you all really need to educate yourself on the people that you put in your energy. Educate yourself on laws. This scenario teaches us so many things. Teaching us about laws in other places when we go. Teaches us about travel and how important it is, because initially, without the autopsy of this girl, Mexico was going to pretty much let the situation just go. They weren't going to deal with it because it didn't look like what they say, false play or fair play, or it didn't look like something like that. So they were going to drop the situation. But due to what the autopsy showed, situation can change dramatically. So you learn politics, you learn law, you learn about travel, you learn about the people that you around. This just goes to show, this just goes to teach that it don't motherfucking matter how long you know some motherfucking body. You don't never know somebody. You can know somebody your whole life and not know them. And your whole life can be up to 25 years. So I really don't give a motherfuck what people feel negatively about this if they do. But let this be a lesson to people to don't trust everybody. And sometimes you can't even trust the people that you love. That's real shit. Like, you can't trust some of the people that you love. The people you call your friends. When I first seen this, to me, they didn't at all. The first thing that came to my motherfucking mind was friends versus a girlfriend. When I seen him try to tell his story, that's best friend with benefits versus friends. And this dummy couldn't choose between the two. So he chose friends over her. And these wasn't his friends, because if these was his friends, they wouldn't have beat this girl up. They would have said, bro, just leave her alone. Break whatever contract, separate yourself. It might be hard to do, but it's okay. People gotta break contracts all the motherfucking time. And if she was close to his family, it would have been that much more difficult to escape a situation. Y'all, this was terrible. This was a horrible situation. A horrible situation. And I just made a post on my Instagram. Y'all go check it out, Desi DC on Instagram. I just made a post that You got a lot of people out here that will, you got two types of people, two of wands. You got people that care and you got people that don't care. The people that care start getting a backbone, okay, and care less about the negative influences or the negative people that come into your experience by way of your friends, your family, work, whatever, randomly on the street. You know what I'm saying? Care less about negative ass situations. Get a backbone and start standing up for yourself. And for the motherfuckers that don't really care, that's all good and fine. But don't get mad. Don't try to beat up on no motherfucking body when you get hit in your motherfucking mouth or shot in between your eyes, because that shit can happen. This was senseless. And I guarantee you, ain't no sex in the world so great to kill somebody over. And now you bitches is going to be running for the rest of y'all motherfucking lives. Young. Y'all ain't even over 30 yet with adult ass problems. If you don't, you better. Stay safe, y'all.